Welcome, welcome, welcome to this quarter's Shanrae's Cooking with Chef Dezi, my sister Desiree Dee Scott, who is a degreed chef for this quarter. So welcome.
Thank you.
We got a real chef. Oh my goodness, and I'm so happy. So this quarter, we're going to make a light Sunday type of dish. And I heard about this pineapple rice. I actually heard it from her. And it just stuck with me. And I said, we have got to figure out how we're going to make this pineapple rice for a good Sunday. A nice light summer Sunday meal. And then we're going to couple it with different things to show you that it will go nicely with. So without further ado, we're going to go and get started with Chef Dezi. I'm here to assist her this quarter as she gives us some beautiful culinary treats on today. All right, so
great. Well, thank you for having me, Miss Shanrae. So yes, the pineapple rice is something that is very light.
I'm gonna move over here. Okay,
and you can adapt it any kind of way that you want. I am plant-based, however, it doesn't matter. You can actually add. So you'll see later. You can add a protein to the side, whether it's seafood, or whether it's chicken or beef or whatever. I'm going to actually have some sauteed mushrooms with mine. But anyway,
we're salmon with mine. But we're going to,
but we're going to get started. So the recipe, now we do have a base recipe. However, I always say you can use a base and then make it your own. Right. So I like to add other herbs and spices. Beautiful. Those are onions, celery, and I love the colorful peppers because it has not a bitter taste. It has a slight sweet to it.
It smells so good. Ooh.
And then I have a hot skillet. I have some coconut oil in there. And we're going to start sauteing the peppers and the celery and all.
It's starting to smell so good, y'all.
Yeah, we're going to start sauteing that.
Look at that. She's flipping. Oh my gosh, look at that.
And we're going to use all of this. Like I said, there will be the recipe.
It's going to be on the screen.
It's going to be on the screen.
Yes.
So, and I believe in seasoning every layer. Okay. So just a pinch. I use Himalayan pink salt.
Okay. So as you can see, I hope you can see it without the glare. Pink Himalayan salt. It is beautiful, beautiful.
And then we use a little bit of, this is onion powder. That's the onion powder.
As you can see, she gets her powders from
the Cab Farmers Market or from Nam De Moon.
Here in Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm going to do just garlic powder, regular garlic powder. I love garlic powder.
Me too.
I love garlic, period.
Me too.
And then this is the piece de resistance, the smoked paprika. My God, today, huh? The smoked paprika.
When she told me about the smoked paprika, she told me about this about a year ago. And to me, you can't really find it in the store, so you have to go to like a market. Or
if you go to a regular store like Walmart or somewhere, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. So if you live here in Atlanta, the Cab Farmers Market is your friend.
Yes.
For your spices and all of that. So,
or like a Vietnamese, like a Vietnamese type of place.
Or Asian market, or international market.
Oh.
So we're going to put the heat on like a medium, and we're just going to let that saute till it's kind of like softened up just a little bit, a little al dente. So while that's doing that, I've got another skillet over here. This is not in the recipe, however, this is what I like to do. I got a little bit of coconut oil in there.
Let me show them the coconut oil that you use.
Okay. I use it's an organic coconut oil. You can get that from Aldi's. You can go to any Asian market, wherever you want to go. And what I'm going to do, I got some brown sugar. And I'm going to put that in the skillet.
I like the way you finally packed it.
Yeah. I'm going to put that in the skillet. And then I'm going to, this is that's happening right there. And I'm going to, along with that,
It smells so good. Oh my gosh, it smells so good in here.
along with that, I have some fresh pineapple. Now, you do not have to use fresh pineapple. I actually cut the pineapple up, a whole pineapple, and I just cut it up, and that's what I like to use. But, and you can hear that sizzling right there.
It smells so good. It smells so good.
Right? Now, measurements, I cannot tell, listen, until it's right. That's all I can tell you. That's what you want to do. Okay, so now, as you can see, this is sauteing right nice. You can see that? That's sauteing.
That is beautiful.
Okay, and it smells, how does it smell?
Woo, it smells so
Smells
good.
so good.
Smells
So we're gonna
good.
allow that to continue. You
Yes.
don't want to put it where it'll burn or overcook or anything. You just want to allow the flavors to come out, the juices, the natural juices, to wake up the herbs and the spices, to bloom them is how they call that, your dried spices. Okay, and then we have the pineapple is cooking down, reducing down. It's making its own juices.
It's looking so pretty.
It's making its own juices right there. I don't want to tilt it too much, but anyway, it's kind of like making its own juices. I think I'm going to put a little bit more brown sugar.
It smells so
In there.
good in here. And I'm like, I feel like a kid in a candy store right about now because I'm like, oh wow.
And then I want to put a pinch, just a pinch of salt. Salt helps to wake up the flavor, just a little pinch, okay? And that's going to help to wake up the flavoring, marry everything together.
I like that. Marry. She said
Yes, marry
I like
everything together. So while that's doing that, and we're still waiting for this to saute, I'm gonna go on ahead and well, no, what I'm gonna do is, cause see, this is almost done. You see that?
that. I see.
You see how tender that
It
is?
is.
So we don't want to kill it, right?
Mhm.
So what we're gonna do is we also have some chopped carrots and peas. You can get it frozen in the pack already together, or you can get it the fresh carrots. I just cut those up and then I steamed them just a little bit.
I didn't, I neglected to buy the peas and the carrot blend. I'm so literal. I take everything at the directions and I try to follow them carefully. So I bought the frozen peas and bought fresh carrots. And so she had to go on and dice them. And then, like she said, she added a little bit of water and she steamed them in the microwave.
In the microwave,
How long
yeah.
did you steam them for?
Maybe about 6 minutes, because you don't want them mushy,
Right.
but you want them bites, the good bite, just a tender bite. You want
Right.
them tender.
I'm one of those that are very literal, so I will try to follow the directions to a T. And I was like, oh, it never even dawned on me to buy the peas and the carrot blend, frozen blend. But that's the best way to do it. Is
Yeah, and then you don't want the blend frozen. You want to knock the coolness. You don't want to cook them, but you do want to be able to have them not totally frozen. Or you can just take them out and let them sit out maybe a good 30 minutes to an hour before it's time. So we're just gonna.
It smells so good.
So you see what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna
It
let
smells
that.
so good.
And see, the pineapple is doing what it's doing.
Yes, it is. It's starting to now bubble. You're
Yes.
starting to see the bubbles, so where everything is
Yeah,
stuck.
starting to reduce down and
Mhm.
everything. And so then we also have, well, I'm gonna wait to bring the rice over. Wait to bring the rice over. And if you have any questions
Yeah.
concerning the recipe or just whatever concerning cooking period, you can always, I'm sure, can leave it in the comment section.
And we will get back with you.
Yeah.
And we'll answer anything. But I feel so honored to have my sister Chef Dezi in the house today. And I've always, like I said, since I've heard about this pineapple rice, I wanted to taste it, and I also wanted to share it with the viewers. I think it is it's a wonderful, it's a way to get your vegetables in with your starch, with flavor, and it's still healthy. And so I'm excited about this pineapple rice. I've been wanting to try it for a long time. And so here we go.
Now, one thing that you always want to do when you cook, and that's why I never really want to give measurements, like talking about, you always want to taste your food as you're cooking. So if, like I just tasted just a tiny bit, just to see, and that's how you adjust your salt or your garlic powder or whatever.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
And it still has a little snap to it.
Exactly. You don't want to kill your vegetables. You want to.
It still has a snap to it.
Yeah, you want to maintain as much of your vitamins and nutrients as possible.
It is. I mean, it's delicious.
So what we're going to do is we're going to set this over here because those are done. That's done. We're going to let the pineapple simmer down a little bit more, and then what I'm going to do is start the mushrooms. And with that, these are oyster mushrooms. I'm sorry. Those are oyster mushrooms. I absolutely love oyster mushrooms. I like to batter them and fry them. You can make them taste like seafood. You can make them taste like chicken. It just depends on how you season it. And we'll probably come back at a later date and show you some more because I'm plant-based, not vegan, but I'm plant-based.
And I always look for a lighter option. I still eat my meat, but I try to do everything with a lighter type option.
So this is for the plant-based community. And guess what? You don't even have to do plant-based.
Right.
This is just another option, period. So what, there you go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit more coconut oil in this skillet. And coconut oil is really, really good for you. So you don't want to use olive oil to fry. You can use it to saute, but I try to stay with avocado oil, grapeseed oil, or coconut oil, which is good for you. If you have a nut allergy though, don't do the coconut oil.
Right.
A lot of people don't think about that when they think about allergies. But
I like the grapeseed oil. After I get educated. Chef Dezi, she educates me on a lot of healthy ways to cook. And so when she introduced, I already knew about the coconut oil. When she introduced the grapeseed oil, I tried it. It fries well. It flavors the food wonderfully. And it's a little healthier option if you want to saute or fry.
So what I'm going to do is to the peas, the vegetable mixture, I'm going to add some garlic. This is a garlic paste. You can get it from Walmart. I got those from Aldi's. But, and that's the ginger. Now, I like to use fresh garlic. Of course, chop it up and all that. But sometimes you may not feel like doing all that. So this is a great option where you could just squeeze some up in there. And don't judge me, because I like garlic.
Right. I like it too.
I absolutely love garlic. And this is some of the ginger. And you just...
It smells so... it smells so delicious in here.
And look how quick everything is.
Yeah, and I like that. I kind of grew up with where mama in the kitchen all day, grandma in the kitchen all day like that. But I can't be in the kitchen all day, but I still like healthy food, and I like great food to taste. So I'm not going to be in the kitchen all day, but I'm going to be in here like make at least 30 minutes to make a good healthy meal. At least 30 minutes. So this is, this meal I think is, with the instructions, they said about 15 minutes or so. Or long, just depending on what you're adding in with it.
Yeah.
And again, with this pineapple rice, you can if you want to, you can add shrimp with the meal.
You can add shrimp. You can scramble eggs like you would do with a regular fried
rice. Right. Today, like I said, I'm going to couple mine with salmon. But a nice baked salmon.
So what I'm doing with the mushrooms, I'm adding just a little bit of the pink salt because we're layering flavor. Adding a little bit of the onion powder. I'm from New Orleans. Okay? We season everything. We season everything. So when they be on there talking about, oh, just a little salt and pepper. No, ma'am. We season everything. Layers of flavor. And seasoning does not mean hot and spicy. It means flavor. So don't come for the New Orleans people talking about everything be hot. No. You ought to be able to season your food without it being hot, where you can't enjoy your food. You know, look at that. That's beautiful. And I'm still gonna saute those down. Those are the oyster mushrooms.
Ooh, that smells so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna add just a little bit more coconut oil. Just a little bit more. And you can just saute these until they start getting a little soft, you know, a little caramelization on them.
I am so excited. I'm telling you, we are coming to the close of this Chef Dezi's famous pineapple fried rice, and you want to let them see how everything has.
So everything has like pretty much come together. This is the onions, the peppers, the celery, the carrots, and the peas and everything. All that has come together. And then we have the pineapple. It's been cooking down in the brown sugar. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little, just to give you a little juiciness. This is amino acids. You can use this in the place of soy sauce. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that up in there. Almost like it's how you would do it with doing shrimp, fried rice.
Right.
And then just a touch of apple cider vinegar. It gives that acidity that you need. Just a touch. And when I say a touch, maybe a tablespoon. And so we're going to...
And again, you all will see the ingredients of everything on the side.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
And so we have the rice right here. We have the rice. It's already cooked. This is an extra long grain rice.
Jasmine.
I like jasmine rice. And so now everything is ready. And I don't know if y'all caught it, but I did use the ginger and the garlic to taste. I can't tell you how much I put because I don't know. Because once we dump everything in the rice, we're gonna dump everything over here. We're just gonna dump everything over here. Okay.
It smells so good.
And then we're gonna dump the pineapple.
Yay!
We're gonna dump that in there. Okay. And we are going to stir it up. I wish y'all could. Oh my God, smell-o-vision.
I know. They're gonna have to invent a smell-o-vision. I'm telling you.
So we just stir it.
Oh, it smells so good.
Oh, that's right. You know what I forgot to put? Mm-hmm. This is the chili sauce. You go get it from the Asian store. Oh Lord, my mouth is watering. Because it smells so good. It's a sauteed chili sauce, a garlic chili sauce. So I'm gonna put a touch of that. You put however much you want. That's gonna bring some heat to it. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it over as soon as...
It looks so appetizing, guys. Oh my goodness.
And so we're going to stir this until combined. It's so pretty.
It is
I
very
love
pretty.
Colors, guys. Always cook with color. God created all these colors in the foods in order for us to eat it. They all have healing properties.
Yes, they do.
Okay? You want to be able to get the most out of your food intake. Food can be medicine if you let it. Huh?
Right. That's right.
If you let it.
It looks so pretty. We're gonna bring it over so you can see it. It looks so pretty. And I had to learn how not to overcook my food, especially my vegetables, where everything is looking mushy and brown, and it didn't have the maybe say the green beans for example, it would lose its snap. It would lose, and it would lose its color. And so I had to learn that not to overcook my vegetables, not to overcook my food, and to follow. I learned how to follow the instructions carefully. Like even with me making biscuits, like canned biscuits, if you follow instructions carefully, it'll turn out beautiful. This rice, my Lord, it smells so good. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until you all see the final result of everything.
Yeah, I'm just adding a little bit of more of the liquid aminos, just
or if you have soy sauce.
Or if you have soy sauce. Correct. This is just what I use because that's right.
Right.
And you can always add. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of the onion powder.
Okay.
Just a little bit. My little bit.
It smells so.
A little bit more of the garlic powder.
Oh, it smells so good.
And a little bit more of the smoked paprika.
The smoked paprika is giving it such a pretty color.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And it brings smokiness. Smoked paprika, man, if you ever try smoked paprika, it'll change your life. You won't want
the regular.
I used to always wonder why my mother used to use paprika to garnish the deviled eggs.
Oh.
Because it always had like a bitter taste to it. It didn't make any sense. However, ooh, look at this. We're gonna bring this over here so everybody can see. Look at that.
That's so beautiful. Look
so now we're going to
plate.
Look.
That is so beautiful.
Yes. So
I'm so excited.
And then I forgot to show. I sauteed the mushrooms. Sauteed the mushrooms. I'm gonna heat those up just a little bit because that's gonna be a part of the plating. So we're taking. This is just a nice way to plate I know y'all probably seen this before where you take the pineapple and you can put the rice inside the pineapple. So we're going to do that.
Okay. So
pretty.
So pretty.
And nothing like a beautiful, colorful plate of food.
Okay.
Now you can put your.
Okay. I'm so excited.
Put that on the side. And we're also going to have an extra added surprise, which coming back later at a later date, I'll be able to show y'all just a little something to add to your meal. This is so pretty.
And we're getting ready to call in
our taste tester.
Our taster, taste tester. Let me get the chair and I'm gonna set it up really quickly. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Not trying to do any damage here.
So this is look at this.
Oh, I like that.
This is the
I would like to try one of those mushrooms.
This is the oyster mushroom sauté seasoned on top of the pineapple rice.
Oh,
so say like if you don't want to do a protein or whatever, try something different. That's what's happening right there. Then we're gonna garnish. We just have some green onions.
So we have two different versions. We have a lighter version with the salmon, with a nice baked salmon. And I'm gonna put you in the comments bar. You'll see on the side what I made my salmon with. And then we have the vegan version of this as well. And then we have our taste tester that's about to come in.
And then, so this is the one last thing that we have.
This is my favorite. My favorite.
This is a spring roll. I made it myself with the rice paper. It has avocado, mint, basil, carrots, cucumbers, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna cut it and let y'all see the inside.
And where's my favorite?
The peanut sauce.
Woo! That's my favorite right there. Woo!
Okay.
Didi, cause Chef Dezi introduced me to Vietnamese food about 9 years ago, and that has been my favorite meal.
And this is peanut sauce that I made.
And
Peanut sauce.
they have a Asian wrap, a healthy Asian wrap, and I love to eat. They normally do it as an appetizer, but I can eat it as a meal. And she turned around and recreated the favorite wrap for me. I mean, this is amazing.
I can't wait for my brother. He's standing there.
He's sitting there,
waiting.
And we need him to open up the lemonade, his drink, and because I have to also always have his drink with him so he can eat and drink and enjoy his meal. Pass me the bottle of the lemonade, please. At my local grocery, it's called Food Depot. You can probably find it anywhere, but this is just a lemonade. It's just a sparkling lemonade. That's all. And then show them your cup. And I always, I like to do something different. So rather than some ice, I use frozen fruit.
Great idea.
Frozen fruit, and then he'll pour his lemonade in there. And yeah, so that's how I always do things a little different. And spice things up. But we're gonna have our taste tester. Do you want to pour you some lemonade? And we're gonna do our taste tester, and he's gonna let us know because Dupree is a meat and potatoes type man, but
he eat his sister's cooking.
He has an open mind with everything. It's sparkling. He has an open mind. It turns out with everything that she'll make. He really does. So
because it's good.
Because it is good. It is good.
It's good.
It is good. You know, he has an open mind. So this is so cool. I can't wait. I can't wait to get my favorite, my wrap. I'm gonna eat that and enjoy.
Yes, I'm gonna have a little taste of it.
You are? Okay. I want to taste too. I'm gonna eat just a little bit. But our final results.
Which one is mine?
Yours is the with the salmon. Yeah.
And you can try the mushrooms too. Yeah. Just try one of the mushrooms.
Okay, she wants him to try the vegan as well.
I don't even know how to eat this.
Just go in.
But it's good. It looks like it's good.
Do you want a spoon?
Let's see.
You want a spoon too? Or?
No.
He's good. All right. So we're gonna wait on his results.
Good. Try this rice. I wasn't in here, so you can give me a summary of the rice. A quick summary.
A quick summary is we saute some
Quick summary. Just what's in it?
onions, peppers, celery, pineapple, and seasonings.
Yo, this is like this is good. All right, so what you do with the salmon?
The salmon, I made a salt and pepper salmon because I didn't want to put too much seasoning on it to take away from the pineapple rice. So I flavored it. I melted down a little butter, and I put my salt and pepper seasoning in it, and then I packed it on top of a salmon fillet. And then I poured a little bit of lemon juice, and then I sliced some limes to go over it, and then I drizzled a little honey over it, and I cooked it on a 350 for about 30 minutes, and I didn't dry the salmon out or anything, but it gives it the flavor, and the salmon is flaky, and it's still very flavorful. It's juicy. Okay, this is good.
Flavor to it goes perfect.
Yes.
Right. Oh,
It goes perfect.
so good. Yes. Okay. I didn't want to take away from the pineapple rice.
Oyster mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms.
I'm not a mushroom person.
He'll eat her food. He'll eat her food.
Well, he'll at least try it.
Oh, it's good.
What? mushroom.
Mushroom.
Mm-hmm. You saw, I saw it when it hit him.
He said, oh. Oh my goodness.
Everything is wonderful. Everything is great.
Awesome.
This is like a $40 plate. God, everything is awesome.
This is amazing.
This is good.
Well, thank you for joining Shanrae's Cooking with Chef Dezi on this quarter. And then our taste tester, Mr. Dupree. Thank you once again. We will see you all in October. And just thank you. And then again, any questions, please put them in the comment section and we will answer them. And enjoy. Please post your pictures when you make these same meals. Enjoy. Thank you. And bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, hopefully you can hear me now. Good evening, everybody. I'm waiting for Chef Dezi to come on. It's my fault. I sent the link too late, but I'm getting ready to post the link in the link right now. For those, we're going to do a live 10 to 15 minute Q&A session. So for those that want to come on, we're inviting you on to the feed right now. Just look in the comment section and click the link and we'll invite you in. But we are getting ready to do a live Q&A. And here we go. Here's Chef Dezi right there. Hello. Hey! So for those that have questions, and I'm going to start looking through the comment sections. We were on three separate things this evening. We were on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So if you want to ask Chef Dezi or myself a question about this meal tonight, feel free to come in. I'm looking now. We will invite you in on the live feed. If you're a little shy, then don't worry about it. You can ask, drop a question in the comment section, and we will answer it that way. But we are doing something a little different this evening. And we want to invite you in if you have any questions for Chef Dezi. I do see here where Danae said that she's interested in making healthier type meals.
Yeah,
so Danae, if you're still on, and if you would like to ask Chef Dezi is a degreed chef, a culinarian, who acquired her degrees several years ago from the Cordon Bleu cooking college here in Atlanta, Georgia, before they relocated. So she is a degreed culinarian. Again, if you all have any questions, please feel free to come on. But until you all come on, and I'm going to share this. Again, if you're interested in coming on, like I saw, T was interested in something. T said that she saved her pineapple shell, and she needs to go and get some more ingredients. But you may not need to get any more ingredients. If you will have any questions for Chef Dezi, she may actually be able to give you some substitutes, something that you may have in your home right now, where you can make the same type of meal. It'll be equally as delicious, and you can still make it and utilize your pineapple shell, without having to run to the grocery store. I am looking. I'm sorry. I'm seeing something on YouTube right now. Refreshing Springs of Living Water. My mouth is watering. Oh wow! Someone from Refreshing Springs on YouTube. Is this YouTube or Twitter? I'm sorry. I'm trying to see where I'm at now. Is this YouTube? Oh, this is YouTube. Refreshing Springs at Living Water says that her mouth is watering, and thanks for sharing. Oh wow, this is so cool. If you have any questions from Refreshing Springs, you can click on a link and you can ask Chef Dezi or myself any questions that you may like. Let me look on Twitter, because like I said, each feed is different. So I got all three. I got my two tablets, my laptop, and my phone going at the same time. So if you're a little shy, Darnell said, yes, I need more help. Okay, let me look. I'm trying to scroll through. And Chef Dezi, do you see anyone on here? Gina VC is watching. Angela Williams. Hi, Ann. Angela Williams is watching. Do you all have any questions for Chef Dezi on this evening? If not, Chef Desi, do you want to explain a little bit more about the different options that you can do when it comes to the recipe that we displayed on tonight, which was a pineapple? Oh my gosh. Let me give y'all a little history. So one of my grown folk, he works late, like really, really late. He came home. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning. And so when he was leaving out for work, we were filming. And he was like, "What oh my God, what is Aunt Didi making? What is Aunt Didi making?" And so he was like, "It smells so good up in here," but he had to leave for work. He got back in at 2 a.m. in the morning. And even at 2 a.m. in the morning, we had his pineapple waiting for him, filled with the pineapple rice and his salmon. And he had some of the oyster. He had everything. So he heated up his plate twice because the first time it wasn't warm enough. Then he took his plate upstairs and he ate, took a shower, went to bed, and got up and went to work the next morning. It didn't matter that it was 2 a.m. in the morning. He said, "I was eating my food." And he was like, "This was so good." Gina said, "Hey." Hi, Gina. Hey.
Hey, Gina.
Gina, do y'all have any questions for Chef Desi? If you have any questions, you can come on, or you can just drop them in the post and we'll answer them for you. Let me see something. Hold on, because like I said, I'm on a couple of different platforms right now. So
So let me, while you're looking,
yes.
I have some back. Okay. While you're looking, one of the options that you can do, like if you don't want to do rice, okay, I like quinoa, um, which is a very, very healthy grain. I try not to do rice as much. Like I said, being from New Orleans, man, we eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay. But I try to stay away from it as much as I used to eat it. But I do try to do quinoa, um, and I do couscous. So that's some other options that you can have as far as the rice part. I love to do like a brown basmati as well. Some My husband never did really care for brown rice. I never really did care for brown rice either. However, when I discovered brown basmati rice or brown jasmine rice, and those options you can usually go to an international market, or like for those that are here in Atlanta, you can go to like Super H Mart or Namde Moon,
I
or you
found it
can
at
go,
Food Depot at our local one.
okay,
I found they have it there. The selection's there.
all these have will have different things like that. So I say try to, at least give it a try, because you know we want good food, but we want healthy food. Like, who was that said that they wanted healthier options?
I'm sorry. Danae said she did,
Okay.
and Teresa said, Chef Desiree and Didi Scott, you added sauce to the rice, sweet chili, and it was with the question mark.
Okay, so that was just a little flavoring. That was just a touch. That was just to bring a little heat. I didn't add much at all, and you don't even have to add that. I just like that little bit of a kick. It's the Asian sauce. It's the garlic saute. It's the garlic chili sauce. Um, and I just added that little bit just for a little kick. You can do what's the other sauce? If you want a little heat, the sriracha. You can add a little sriracha. You can add a little cayenne pepper, or you don't have to add none of that at all. That was just an extra. That was not in the recipe. Like I said, you take the recipe as a foundation, as a base, and then you make it your own. You may not, guess what? There's been times you may that I've had. Was doing a carrot raisin salad, and carrot raisin salad usually have pineapple in it. Well, I didn't have any pineapple, so but I had some mango. So I just cut up the mango and I put it in there, and oh my God, huh? It was good.
And
So
I'm glad that you mentioned this, Chef Desi, because Teresa is the one that's saying that she saved her pineapple shell, but she doesn't have all the ingredients. So I'm going to address this question to Teresa. What are you missing out of the ingredients for the pineapple? Because Chef Desi can maybe give you a substitute of what to add in it right now, so you don't have to run to the store.
according
And
to
you can
what you
probably
have at home.
right,
Mhm.
right. So can you tell us what ingredients you don't have so she can give you the substitute for it? Because she would know.
If she's still on, and look,
She's on. She's on. I see her on.
okay,
Yes.
she is my good sister friend, and it's so funny because when I decided to take the journey of going plant based, and the reason why I say plant based versus vegan is because listen, if anybody on here is vegan, don't come for me, okay? But I'm not. I'm still gonna wear leather, and I'm still gonna if my mama left me a fur coat, and I'm gonna wear it, and it's real. And so I'm plant based. Okay, I'm not. There's a difference. I decided to eat plant based for health. 2 weeks after COVID hit, the Lord had already been leading me to change my eating habits. And as I get older, there are things, my choice, that I just want to do in order to live a healthier lifestyle. And Tritisha, she decided to go along that journey, and so we've been exploring some things along that journey. She's a really good friend of mine. But I always say, so let's say she hasn't answered yet, but let's say you don't have red onion. I love red onion, but you got green onions. Okay, use that.
Right.
You may not have celery. Don't worry about it. If you have the foundation onions, you may not have the colorful peppers. But if you got a green pepper,
Mhm.
throw that up in there. Because the only reason why I don't care for the green bell pepper, the only time I'll use the green bell pepper is to do like a stuffed bell pepper. Because the colorful bell peppers do have a little sweetness, and I find that green bell peppers have a slight bitterness. However, when you put the pineapple and all that, it'll balance all of that out, all those flavors out. Um, like I said, if you don't have pineapple, um, what other fruit do you have? Don't be scared. The only thing I don't think I would put is strawberries, but I think like a mango would hold up. Heck, peaches. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Try it, because one thing that I love about Asian food or other cultural foods is that they have a balance of the sweet, the salt, the sour. It's
Right.
learning how to balance all those flavors together. And a
Yes.
lot of times people um they don't want to try, or they're scared to try things because they might not have had it good one time. I always say try it again.
Right.
Try it a couple of I used to could not stand Brussels sprouts. But I realized my aunt didn't know how to cook. Lord have mercy. I tried, but as I got as a child, and she was that, at that time, children you ate what was on that plate.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So as I became an adult, actually, when we moved here to Georgia, my husband and I went to a buffet, and the Brussels sprouts were just looking so good. They were looking roasted, and I said, "Okay, let me try it." Tried it, and oh my God, huh?
Mhm.
I love them now. Okay, so yeah. Do you have any other
And
questions on your end?
And while she's explaining this, I am a gastric bypass patient. I am almost 20 years out. So anyone that knows about being gastric bypass patient or a lap band patient, we cannot eat. First of all, our stomach can't hold heavy foods. So we have to eat a lighter version of whatever we're eating. And that's why I choose to couple. And I'm not saying that I don't eat steak and pork, because pork chops, because I do, but it has to be a leaner type of meat. And it has to be most of the time baked or pan seared. It has to be where you can cut it almost with a butter knife, and so I can digest it easier. And we don't eat a lot, but I've always retrained myself to eat vegetables, and then my protein, my meat that way. The pineapple rice was not very heavy because it was coupled with all of the vegetables and everything in it, and of course along with the fruit. So it wasn't that heavy. It didn't, because us as gastric bypass patients, it hurts sometimes for us to eat, for the food to be digested. So I always curb and monitor what I eat, watch what I eat. I cannot eat anything too heavy. First of all, because again, we cannot eat a lot. So when I couple the pineapple rice with the salmon, because I got to have some type of meat in my house with whatever I make for Dupree and for whatever grown folk that might be stopping by. I ain't gonna be happy with just vegetables. But
my brother loved them mushrooms, though. He loved them mushrooms.
When I say he hit that mushroom hit him, he was like, he was like, oh my God, what is this? See? And he's learned to have an open mind. Well, first of all, we've been married 28 years. There'll be 28 years in September. So he had to learn how to eat vegetables when he got with me. But he learned, his mind has opened up so much since Dee Dee, we've been in our lives, Chef Dezi, and he will actually try stuff and then like it.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say, and I appreciate that, because to know Dupree is to know Dupree. I love my brother.
I know, that's right.
But I'll be like, look, just taste it. But he will try it. He will try it.
He's going to be honest too, right?
Yeah, he's going to be honest. But guess what? One thing I've never had him say. Oh, I don't like that. I've never had him say that. Right. Thank God. And okay, so I was thinking about that was the fruit part. So the vegetable part. Let's say you have some spinach, like some fresh spinach. I use a lot of spinach for salads and stuff like that. You could saute that. You could throw that up in there. Okay. What if you have kale? You could fine chop that. Throw that up in there. Some people may say, "Oh, I don't like peas." You don't have to put the peas. You don't have to put the carrots. You could just do a vegetable fried rice. If you got zucchini, yellow squash, or whatever, change up the vegetables. It's not law. It's not a law that says that you have to do it exactly the way the recipe is. The recipe is giving you a foundation, and then you springboard off of that. It's the idea. It's making it your own. And that's one thing that I've learned to do is make it my own. I'm also a cake designer, and so in the beginning when I first started, I used to try to find a picture, do it exactly like the picture. But then over the year, I started praying and I asked God, look, help me to have vision. Help me, so I won't be dependent upon someone else's vision. So I prayed and I asked God, give me vision, give me, show me, give me the ideas and all of that. And so it's been happening. And same way with cooking. What do you like? Look at a recipe. Look at the foundation. Pull out the things that you like. That's like, okay, I can do that, but this I don't care. Maybe I want to try this and that, and do that. It's okay. You may like it, you may not. I've made some things. I'd be like, oh, I don't need to do that again. And then there's some things I'd be like, you better go. I have hide myself. Right.
I know. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, because Chef Dezi is in high demand. She's actually got a client that's coming to get one of her pastries shortly. We just wanted to have a quick Q&A for those that had questions for Chef Dezi. Even if you had a question that was outside of the recipe that we made this evening, we did have the floor open. We are gonna shut this down at 7 p.m. sharp because she's got an engagement, like she's a chef, so she's gonna have to get off and get prepared for her clientele for this week. This evening. But if you have even a question that's outside of what we did, on today, that pineapple for the pineapple fried rice. That was, when I say, it was so amazing. It I heard about this rice and been wanting it, and thank God we were able to make it, and it was a beautiful, beautiful Sunday dish. And like she said, she coupled hers with the oyster mushrooms, which was good. And then with the salmon, which the salmon was good. Listen, and I don't mind calling Chef Dezi and asking her questions. So while we were talking, I said I wanted to couple it with the salmon, but I don't want to season it the way I normally season a salmon, because I don't want to take away from the pineapple rice, because that's going to have enough flavors. And she suggested salt and pepper salmon. Now, of course, when I'm doing stuff, I'm prayerful too with everything that I do. And I said, well, I need to add just a little bit. I have to add a little bit sweet with my salmon. So it just, I added a little grapeseed oil, honey with it. I sliced up some limes. And it was, I didn't show you the plate, the pan, but it was a full salmon fillet. It was a whole salmon fillet. And I cut it up and wrapped it up nicely and tight. I didn't melt my butter down. I just softened it and added my salt and pepper in that. And then I made a paste, a butter paste, and layered it on top of the salmon. Then I went ahead and drizzled the honey, and of course the grapeseed oil, wrapped it tight. Like I said, baked it for about 30 minutes because I didn't want to dry it out. Because sometimes you can dry the salmon and it doesn't taste so appetizing. So I learned how to cook it on the right temperature at the right amount of time. Had my little timer on, took it out, and just let it breathe. It just kept cooking just a little bit, to brown it just a little bit. And when I ate my salmon and my pineapple rice a little bit later on that evening, woo! You gonna talk about some good eating? That was some good eating right there. I was like, woo!
Now let me show you something. When you said the salt and pepper and you mix it with the butter and you made a paste, in the culinary world, we call that a compound butter. So all that is, you can take butter softened, you can add dried herbs or fresh herbs, you can add your whatever seasonings, and you make a paste, or you can lay it out or roll it up in some parchment paper, put it in the freezer, right? And then when you want, say like, steak or the salmon or whatever, you could slice it and then put it on top of whatever you're cooking. That's all that is a compound butter. And then when you put the limes, that added the acid. So anytime you are having a dish, so the acid for the pineapple rice, what that was the a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Acid wakes up everything. Okay, if you ever look at cooking shows, they'll be like, this is good, if you just need a little bit of acid. You'll be surprised. A little squeeze of lime, a little squeeze of lemon or something, how that will add flavor. It wakes up the flavor of your dishes. Yeah.
Yes. So I see we have Miss Janice Davis on there. Hi, Janice. Hi, Janice. It's good to see you. We have Miss Shishi on. She's on Twitter. And Miss Shishi said that she is loving this. I'm able to see. I have to look at. Like I said, I have two tablets, my laptop, and my phone going all at the same time. But does anyone, because we're going to get off of here in 5 minutes, does anyone have any questions about maybe just something that you are thinking about trying to cook, or maybe just wake up a recipe that you already have for Chef Dezi? Because we got her for another 5 minutes because she got to go. She got a commitment for this evening. But and just drop it if you. We did put in here the live stream stream if you want to come on with us and you wanted to ask a question. And if you don't, then you could just drop the question in the comment sections and we'll answer them. But that's what we made. I wanted to present a nice, beautiful, light Sunday meal for people that are maybe trying to do some lighter options, or maybe transitioning into, like, you doing a day or two or three with just vegan, more like a vegan type of meal, and just starting to balance out their diet that way.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell this, and as she's listening, I'm just, please take it to heart. Take it from love. I was laughing because there was someone who I know, they were telling me that on a Sunday that they was trying to more of a vegan option, and they wanted to make this is like, it's a recipe where you can make a carrot and make it taste like a hot dog. And so when they were telling, and she was so
Not on a
excited, and
Sunday.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that it didn't taste like a hot dog. It probably did, because they have such great recipes. But I was sitting there saying to myself, not on no Sunday. Not on a Sunday. There's so many in quick recipes. And I was like, oh, but I say, you know what? Let's just show it. And literally, if you don't want to add any protein or meat with it, because mushrooms are protein. If you don't want to add any meat to something, this dish here literally only takes 15 minutes. Literally, just 15 minutes. And then if you want to couple it with some mushrooms or something else, a different, or even tofu or something like that.
Exactly.
That is a beautiful. That can be a beautiful Sunday light summer dish.
Exactly.
Janice said that I do a lot of salmon. Chef, she said, Chef Dez, do you have to put onions and peppers in it before baking to make it tender?
You don't have to put it in there to make it tender. It's just going to make it flavorful. Salmon itself, the thing that helps to make it tender is not overcooking it. Period. What I would say is drizzle it with maybe a little avocado oil, or you could drizzle it with a little olive oil or something like that. Just a little drizzle to keep it moist. And like Shanrae did with wrapping it up with foil, that helps to steam. It helps to keep the moisture on the inside, and that's going to make it tender. But as far as like I said, the onions and the peppers, that's just going to add flavor. Not overcooking your seafood, any food, period. But seafood is paramount. Salmon, you got to think about it. Any fish, let's just say any fish, when you cook it and you bring it almost like it's darn near done, like a medium, like if you know how people do steaks, medium. When you take it out the oven, or however you're doing it, on pan searing it or whatever, when you sit it on the side, the residual heat is still cooking it.
Right.
So when people cook it all the way in the beginning, now you're going to sit it on the side, and now it's going to continue to cook, and that dries it out. You want it a little pink on the inside, and then when it sits on the side, it's gonna steady cook. So you want it medium, and then as it sits and rests, it's gonna finish cooking. That's gonna make it tender, and it's gonna make it moist.
Yeah, and I wanted to say to Miss Janice, Chef Desi and I,
Who
we
looks
used to.
fabulous.
That's what I want to say. Oh
Honey.
my goodness, keep it. Miss Janice just lost so much weight. She
So
looks like
much.
a whole nother person.
She looks like a little girl.
Yes, she does. She looks so good, and I'm so proud of you, Miss Janice, because we remember we was all trying to work on this journey together, and it takes time. It takes time.
She looks
Yes.
fabulous.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So keep up the good work. And when you're on your weight loss journey, you have to retrain your brain. Take it from me. I was almost 500 pounds. Anybody that know me years ago, I was almost 500 pounds. So when you see me, I tell people, when you see me, you see a miracle. I was literally almost 500 pounds, and I lost two people. I lost two people, not one, but two. And then I happened to get was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder a few years back, and they had to put me on steroids. Those steroids, it put 50 pounds on me, but the steroids saved my life. They saved my life. So things happen, but you know what? I don't stop, and I'm still on my weight loss journey. Shannon said 5-year journey.
5 years.
Mine is a
Yes.
20 plus journey, literally a 20 plus journey. But you know what? We just while we're on our journey, we still want to be able to enjoy food.
Yes.
Not overindulge, but we still want to enjoy our food. And so this is when the Lord laid this on my heart. Shanrae's cooking with started with Aunt Sharon, and then it's going to be with different guests, and Aunt Sharon will be coming back and different things like that. We want to show, always want to show a lighter side, a vegan side, or just some good old down
Plant-based.
home
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because when holidays come, guess what? I still want my mac and cheese. I still want my stuffing or my dressing. I still want my fried chicken. And then some, I still want my pound cake. It got to be the right pound cake. Miss Betty Allen. Miss Betty, I still want my pound cake and all that. But we just do, it's not like an all the time thing for those of us that are on our weight loss journey. So just keep the good work up, guys. Miss Janice, you look amazing. And it is 7:02. We got to let Miss Chef Dezi go.
Yes, I got a cake that I have to finish. They're gonna pick it
Yeah.
up at 7:30. But
Thank
I
you.
appreciate, man, when I tell you I absolutely loved it. It's
Yes.
awesome. I love to share knowledge.
Yes.
We're all still on the journey. I think we'll be on the journey until we get up out of here.
Exactly. Chef
Literally.
Desi, can you please tell the audience where they can find you? We want to drop it in the feed really quickly, how they can find you.
So you can find me at Desi's Delectables, DEZISDELECTABLES on Instagram and on Facebook. Now, do not have a heart attack when you go to my Instagram or my Facebook page because I am a pastry chef. Okay, and I mean I do designer cakes and stuff, but I'm also a chef. That's a whole nother story. But when you go to my page, you will see that. However, just know that if you have any questions about food, plant-based, weight loss, I mean, just eating healthy, period, you can always inbox me on those two forums and ask any questions. There are things that are down the pipeline concerning this plant-based journey. God's been dealing with me with some things. So just stay tuned. But as of right now, Desi's Delectables on Instagram and on Facebook.
Awesome. Okay, and Chef Desi will be a guest again in the future on Shanrae's Cooking With. And I'm telling you, I love to share knowledge as well. Those of y'all that follow me on my different platforms, my indie artist panel, my indie artist showcase, Council of the Day with Shanrae, which will be coming up next week, guys. The indie artist panel I'm doing a encore presentation tomorrow evening. If you have from 8 to 9, please log on. It's going to be a wealth of knowledge for those indie artists, producers, radio, all of that. All righty then. And so we're not going to hold Chef Desi. Thank you again for watching and for just supporting us on this evening. Happy eating. Please drop your pictures on our feed showing us that you prepared the pineapple rice. God bless you all and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.